Okay, so this is a video that really only a relative could want to watch. It's going to be mostly driving. But what we did, Uncle Jack and Anthony and Debbie and I got in a car, hired a driver, and drove about 3 hours to Bodh Gaya. And Bodh Gaya is the home of Buddhism. It's where Siddhartha, the prince, supposedly found enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. It is the actual spot. And the tree is supposedly a direct descendant of that tree. It's a beautiful temple. Most of the footage is just going to be of driving there and back, but we'll throw some pictures in of the pretty parts. Here we go.
They're all working together trying to solve this problem.
Yeah, because it's beginning to be financially rewarding.
Yeah.
So this is what it was like just about 3 solid hours. It was about 63 kilometers, but it took a very long time to get there. And all along the way, things were hustling and bustling on this road. There's not a spot of road front that isn't used.
Anthony's driven it. I've been in it. It's
And here you'll see a pretty typical and casual maneuver. These cars are coming over on the left side. They drive on the left there, but that big truck in red is going right over into the wrong lane and is just going around this other truck, even though a white truck is coming at him. The white truck will stop and give him leeway. That's just how they do it.
They usually do bother us, but all right. That was right after you came.
After I came back, I left in 67. About a year after I returned.
Uncle Jack is talking about getting his leg broken on his motorcycle when a bull who lost a shouting match with another bull attacked him instead, broke his leg. Happened about a year after his first trip to the States. And again, you can see here that the women are always just dressed beautifully, no matter what. So once we got there, got out of the traffic a bit, a lot of heat, we went to the temple. This is the home of Buddhism. This is their #1 temple in Bodh Gaya. It's very beautiful, actually, when you get up close to it. Anthony had to pay to bring his camera in. They wouldn't allow iPhones in. They have big security concerns about that. These are the grounds. There's a couple of bloody tourists. And this is the tree coming up here. This is the Bodhi tree. Evidently, it's the original descendant of the Bodhi tree. The Bodhi tree itself was burned, but a cutting from it had been nurtured elsewhere and was brought back to the site. There's a couple more tourists. A tree in the background is that famous tree. Oh, and here's a dog. No, the dog is fine. This is how they spend their day in India. And these are prayer wheels. The kids are going around spinning them. If you spin a prayer rapidly, it's written on the wheel, then you get credit for saying it, and you can get credit for saying it more often. And then at another spot in Bodh Gaya, there's a huge Buddha. It's pretty new. I think it's answering to the call of tourism. Rather big statue to attract people. And it's kind of ironic that Buddhism, though it began in India, actually only represents a very small fraction of the population. They're about 2%. The majority of them are Hindu, about 80%, and then maybe 15 to 20% Muslim, and about 2% Christian. And that was it for Bodh Gaya. The next day we went to Varanasi on a train.